Hello, and welcome to episode 94 of Prose. This week, peek in on a future man's look into the boredom and intimacies of the past, and experience the defeat of shadow and an ascent into heaven. As a quick note to start episode 94, I am on the move, so you'll hear some weird variances in sound quality as I am recording wherever I can. My apologies if this is a little annoying or off. That being said, please do go follow the show on social media under @ProsePodcast across all platforms. If you are enjoying the show, click the 5-star button on the Apple Podcast for Prose. It really does help out a lot. For easiest access to the show, subscribe using any podcast catcher that floats your boat. And lastly, please do check out Prose's Patreon page at patreon.com/ProsePodcast and consider supporting the show there. Not only will I be eternally grateful, you'll get some swag out of the deal. Thanks for listening. Let's get to the tales, shall we? This week we have Lebiri, Meus, Volume 1, and Elizabeth Peterson's An Exhalation of Angels. Enjoy. Lebiri Meus, a found journal. Read by me, Jared I. McGee. Ego incipio 10/9/2092. Come forth then, Muse, God, Adonai. Bring to me the wisdom and talent you have brought to many of the ages. Let flow the trials of man. Ex meus manus et meus animus. Cry forth that injustice has no place here. I beg of thee, Great One, by all your names, Lebiri Meus. Entry, no date. I love the way you lick your lips and those fireworks in your eyes. You are surely kissed by angels. You have that heavenly spark that in so hard. You have that heavenly spark that is so hard to find. Perfection is so hard to attain, yet somehow you seem to have grasped it. To get to know you would be an honor and a treat. Friendship is golden, O inspirer of songs and verse. It saddens me. I'll make music you'll never hear, write words you'll never read, feel things you'll never know. If only. Dreamers and nice guys don't have a place in this world, though. Entry, October 19th, 2092. Golden hair. Blow through the wind, golden hair. Go where he carries you. There is no need to rest tonight. Run from your heart, golden hair. Be wary to whom you listen. Resist with what is left of your might. Deny yourself, golden hair. Stifle all you have ever been. Selflessness is only a myth. Goodbye. Goodbye, golden hair. Past love will no longer haunt you. Live your comfortable life now. Entry, no date. Who are you, sweet-faced one? The depths of your soul shine through your eyes. Deep, dark pools, never ending, so inviting. Could there ever be a chance I might explore those depths? Music to my heart, beauty unparalleled. But are you truly beautiful? My heart says yes, but hearts do lie. And I would love to love again. Such sophistication. I can try and win that. But it is much more than a game. I don't want to try and win. From such darkness fire shoots forth, as your sweet voice rings out. Also Amadeus would have been amazed as I am. Such bright light accompanies that wonderful smile. Entry, October 29th, 2092. Green fields and rolling plains upon my heart. Green fields and rolling plains open up my heart again. Golden hair and seafoam eyes help me want to live. Entry, October 11th, 2092. Justify yourself. Can you? After all you've done, you expect friendship, but not love? Feeling without true feeling. Let loose your tears, my Deus. My love still rings true, but never shall we hold each other again. Entry, no date. So what now? Me? I just want to be a part of you, spending time with you. I wish you'd smile forevermore. I'd handle your heart with the greatest of care. I'm not like the rest. If you just give me one chance. Entry, no date. Being on the requited side of unrequited love must be really nice. Just let it happen. Entry, October 10th, 2092. I will never have the chance to see a child with your eyes and my smile. I will never have the chance to greet certain uncertainty with a smile. I will never have the chance to know you again. I will never have the chance to adore your smile no matter what your age. I will never have the chance to love you unceasingly. But that is one thing that is not me. Life may take us from the other, but no matter the circumstance, may it be age, distance, or time, you can leave both me and this world knowing we were one soul, torn in twain. We were one. Now I am but one. Entry, no date. It has been exactly 1 month since that wonderful first kiss. Everything I thought to be true was. I am so glad this isn't one of the chances I missed. Already you flipped my world around, and there's something I've been wanting to say. I've waited my whole life to say these words. This month has been the greatest I have ever had. Please stay. Close. Never go. My heart and soul can't bear it anymore. Everything within me tells me that it's true. Oh, dear one, I love you. Entry, October 14th, 2092. I watched you walk by moments ago. I don't have a chance, so I'm told. I was a fool for believing I could love you. Ignore my advances. You do not need someone new. Entry, October 31st, 2092. French mistress. Do you know that my day begins and ends with you? Those sweet notes burst forth at our every meeting. If I could loose those feelings I wish I could have, maybe then we could be. Loneliness has been my companion for too many cold days and torn nights. With your magic, heal me. With your words, soothe me. Will you lend me your heart? I need to know what one so warm and whole is like. Then I can piece mine back together as a glorious tribute to you, to God, to love. Entry, no date. I'll be there in the sunshine and in the rain. In the good times and the bad, I will walk beside you. Never feel that you love in vain, because in my heart you will always remain forever. Forever. Let's grow young together and never grow old. Don't you ever doubt my love for you. It's constant as the stars. No matter which road you choose, I'll be beside you because I never want to lose our forever. Our forever. Hold me tight and never let me go. Is this for real? I have to know. The world has been slacking me down, but I'm fine as long as you'll be around forever. Entry undated. Days long past. The days of Camelot are no more. Kings and romance have fallen, never to return to our world. How I wish for those days when unfettered love remained, when women and men knew what God had planned. Even in the ruins of this great kingdom, hope is sustained. Keep purity in your heart and hold on. Refuse to let that fire be tamed. Love may rise again just yet. Keep hoping, though it is not an easy task. Eyes out of days long past. Undated entry. Medea. Nymph, wait for me. Leave life, leave home, leave family. Give up all for sweet words and for deeds yet untold. Flee from the mundane life. Come with me, be my wife. Nothing will harm you under my care. Not even your father or his kingdom can tear the bonds we've shared from our first sight of one another that fateful night. I've saved you twice already now, Medea. It's your turn to save me, no matter how. Entry, undated. My ships must take leave without you. Oh, how I wanted you to stand by me on my adventures through the wide world. Lie down and close your eyes. I won't trouble you anymore. The rare written log was found amid the ruins of the starship Goliath. It seems that a heart-heavy traveler was chronicling the ins and outs of love on one of the earlier interstellar journeys. These journeys were marked by no hypersleep, meaning that many wayfarers found themselves awake and thoroughly underwhelmed with what one could do on those early ships. We will continue the study of this found diary, Lebiri, Meus, by an unknown author in another telecast. Until then, safe journeys, traveler.
Thank you for listening to Lebiri, Meus, Volume 1. Please stick around for our next story, An Exhalation of Angels, by Elizabeth Peterson. An Exhalation of Angels. An original short story by Elizabeth Peterson. She could feel her way through the darkness. She knew there was something she was waiting for, but the thought was still unformed in her mind. Could she call it a mind? She was unsure what form her body was currently in. All she knew was that she had fallen and been surrounded by blinding light and pain, followed by a brief flashing light. The brightest she'd ever seen, before being plummeted into darkness. She had a vague sense of light and dark and knew that there were others around her. She had an overwhelming sensation that she was not alone, and she couldn't tell whether this was terrifying or reassuring. Maybe a little of both. She could feel her grasp on her identity slipping, and flashes from her life shone like broken projections in a haze of light. She saw a choir, a red carpet, and a recently polished chandelier in a fragmented vision that quickly shifted to neon lights, accented with the heavy bass of stereo speakers. This vision felt claustrophobic, and she was glad when it changed again to a flash of Unity. Was Unity a place? With a row of lanterns held together by black bandanas. A thin and static-filled line of music lifted from the vision. The voices sounded in unison, an almost haunted chorus with words she couldn't decipher. She knew that this phase, whatever it was temporary, even though she wasn't sure about where she was going from here. She was not afraid, and held on to the last few notes of the choir with such a detached fervor that she could feel her sense of self shifting once more. How could she feel a tune so familiar, and still know it to be so far off and disconnected? The others near her felt even more present as she stirred in the darkness. Change felt imminent, and she knew that her current state would be shifting soon. Although from what and to what she couldn't tell. The chorus began a new tune and grew stronger, and the visions flashed through more vignettes at increasing speeds. She was caught up in a whirlwind of black and had no sense of time or direction. All she could tell was that the music grew in urgency, and the other beings around her spun in a similar frenzy. Her surroundings changed. Bright red, vivid blue, blinding white, a disorienting rainbow in broad, all-encompassing flashes that turned to a color that surpassed them all. The opposite of darkness expelled the other colors in a single dazzling moment. An exhalation of angels. Suddenly, she knew. Other beings formed around her with the same newfound recognition of their being. They were light. They had been through dark and could banish it of their own volition. She knew instinctively that she had come from earth through purgatory to enlightenment. When she thought of her previous life, she felt love tinged with loss near her transition. Her angel wings gave her life anew. She could leave the comfortable sorrow of her past, because she no longer had a past. She is now, and she is forever.
Thank you for listening to An Exhalation of Angels, an original short story by Elizabeth Peterson. Miss Peterson, as many of you know, has appeared on the show as a voice actor a couple times now. Miss Peterson is an educator, mathematician, and playwright who can be found between New England, Scotland, and Canada. She likes logic and words, and her favorite words are
Syzygy, eleemosynary,
and
logo de daily.
You can read her theater reviews and thoughts on the world at her website, mathematicalmedievalist.wordpress.com. All sounds you have heard throughout episode 94 come from YouTube's royalty-free audio library and the always amazing freesound.org. Everything is being used under CC 01.0 Universal Public Domain Dedication licenses. That does it this week for Prose. Thank you for putting up with the weird sounds as I travel and do this mobily. Please do consider sharing the podcast with someone and, of course, as you continue about your day. I hope that you'll remember to love those around you. Tell them that you do and embrace this life as it is forever stranger than fiction. See you next time.